everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Study Hall here on TCG University for the card game UniVersus. My name's Tam, and today I'm joined by
James.
And Michael.
What Study Hall is for the unenrolled is we take a bunch of your guys' UniVersus topics as well as some of our own, and we sit down and we discuss them for your amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. So with that said, a little bit of housekeeping. If you like the content, if you like the show, please go out to patreon.com/TCG University and subscribe to any of the levels, including all my people at the $5 level who get a shout out on air, including Andrew Dang, Iori Melkor, Clay Cardwell, Justin Farst, Tyler Zane Pease, Jay Rogers, Jared Hubbard, Jerome Weeks Jr., Sean Bauman, William Stoll, and Tracy Cardwell. Hi, Mom.
Dang,
Andrew Dang. Thank you guys for being producers and helping us keep the lights on. In addition to that, if you have any topics that you want forced on the show for us to talk about, we take suggestions, but we can tell you to kick rocks if we want to. But if you want us to talk about something,
if you want us talking about kicking rocks, I mean,
give me $7 on Patreon every month, and we'll talk about kicking rocks, dude. In addition to that, if you don't want to throw any bucks, that's totally okay. You can go out to youtube.com/TCG University, subscribe out there, hit that bell notification, and you get everything a week later.
For the kicking rocks topic, it was just going to be us talking about Gambit.
James, how was your week in UFS?
I got third after Swiss at the Omaha PTC, playing Goro. I said like that to somebody, and they mistakenly thought it said Goro.
You got what place?
Third after Swiss.
Third after Swiss. Yep.
I have no clue what I got after
Yeah.
top 16. I kind of just stopped paying attention for a while. I was on like no sleep for the 2 days before. We played in the teams event. That was cool or whatever. I think we got like fifth before we got the top four.
Let's start at the top.
Okay.
Right. How was your week in UFS? Did you do anything crazy or UniVersus?
My deck was my week was good. I made a couple decks. Testing my card event right now.
I did almost nothing. I'm officially not going to nationals, and so I have no will to play the game.
Rip. Send your spirit energy to Tamron.
Yeah.
Send your spirit energy to me.
You don't need it.
I do.
We're
sending a C tier. We're sending our best C tier player right now.
You?
Yeah.
absolutely.
I was gonna say Jeff.
Yeah. Jeff.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Omaha PTC just as a whole. I was not permitted to go for reasons I'm not going to get into, but I did live stream the whole thing. That was fun. It was very difficult to live stream by myself. It is something that I now have a profound respect for a lot of Twitch players, except for the fact that they have something constantly happening on their screen, right?
You got to watch Jeremy Ray for 4.
I got to watch Jeremy Ray for big shout outs to the Swiss champ. But yeah, tell me about the Omaha PTC starting on Friday. You went to teams, correct?
I went to teams, yeah.
Yeah.
We had 18 teams, which is a hell of a lot of teams. That's 54 players showed up for teams.
54?
50. That's 18 teams, 54 players, my dude.
That's a lot.
That's a hell of a lot. And we cut the top 4.
Okay.
And that was a little upsetting.
Yeah.
It's 18 people. I think it should have been top 8.
Yeah.
But they get to run their event however they want. Cool part that I thought I liked about it was because they knew they wanted to do, because the reason they cut the top 4 was there's no way they were going to make it to eat ramen at 11:30, and that was their plan. So instead of doing top 8, they did top 4. Whatever, I don't care. The cool part was to cut that back even further.
Mm-hmm.
It was one game matches, 40 minutes.
One game matches.
Yeah.
So it was a best of one.
Best of 1, 40 minutes, teams go. And at time, there was nothing. It was just double loss.
Wow.
It
reminded me of old turbo format.
It's a lot like White Schwartz format, which
Yeah.
is you hit time and both of you lose. You don't want to be in time. Play fast.
Are you glad you didn't bring that Kuwabara deck?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds
But
neat.
we got like 5th or 6th afterwards.
We didn't go to teams at all, and so we have to just like listen to you ramble. What teams did you bring? Who was your teammates? What decks did you play?
So me and Travis and Tyler were our team. Tyler played Tim Keefe,
Mm-hmm.
and Travis played Jetta. Round 1.
The Jetta deck sounds rad.
We lost because your deck sucks.
Okay.
Well, your sleeves suck.
Okay. Actually, now I put them on rando, and those sleeves are like
so here
honestly better.
so
I actually think they were just too new.
We're gonna do a small tangent because I had this conversation.
A what?
You were there. A small tangent.
A tangent?
Yeah, tangent. Because you were there. We had this conversation with Chris Smith because we were talking about like katana sleeves.
Yeah.
And how like I was talking about how like they just like ruined your Jetta deck. Like you put them on, your Jetta deck went to complete shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, yeah, my deck did that kind of too. It's just like you kind of like work them in and then they start working. I was like, it's like a katana. It's like an old Edo era katana.
You got to put the work into it. You got to put your heart and soul into it.
Both of you have to become one.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But like he was talking about, like it was doing the same thing. It was just like the sleeves just went to shit on him.
Yeah.
And then like eventually it just like warmed up. Like
Yeah.
it just warmed up to you. So like Travis lost round 1 because your deck sucks. I barely lost round 1 because Rando can do like 40 plus damage on turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when he has Let's Cut Loose, a True Identity in hand, and a True Identity on board. And he goes, cool, True Identity, cool. Attack True Identity, bring down True Identity. And I'm just like, So everything was free. And he played 2 reductions on that turn. It wasn't fun.
It sounds not fun.
He could do 40 damage, and that was a little upsetting. Whatever. That was the only game I lost all day. Then Tyler won his match, beating Dejanet versus Phil Birch. Phil Birch was not happy about losing to Tim Keefe, just going do.
Yeah,
because that's what Tim Keefe does.
It's true. We'll talk about that.
And then we carried Tyler the entire day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun.
Tyler
That's
the
that's
entire
like
day.
it's like a really fun like dynamic about teams of the 3 people playing 3 separate matches, and you only have to win 2 out of 3 on your team in order to make stuff happen. It's fun being able to have the ability to quote unquote carry your teammate and like kind of give them a shit like, don't worry about it, Tyler. You don't have to show up to this round. We got you.
It's
like,
okay. There were a few free wins because like one of our rounds is no offense to these guys, but they paired me into Kuwabara as a Goro player.
Yeah.
Knowing the chance that I have 2 of my symbols can play
Dark Cherry
and that just turns off his character.
Right.
So like they did that, but like whatever.
Yeah. That's something for Sheezy.
What was the then there was a time where I got paired into Killick.
I bet that was atrocious. Was it Jeremy Ray?
No.
No?
Jeremy Ray was playing Rando.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's also not good.
I played against another Killick player who, on turn 1, while me having a Shokin Prince out, drops a Moonset.
Yeah.
Just with no foundations.
Yeah? And just like, I'll play this on
and
a 6.
checked a 6.
Oh, my God. What a man.
That's hot.
Oh,
And so, to be of him, I proceeded on my next turn to build 2 Shokin Princes.
Drop a moonset now.
But he drops a Moonset on turn 1 and just goes, the back. Checks a 6. I'm like, well, that's not fun. And then picks it back up, plays Moonset again, plays Spirit Gun, pops another foundation. I was like, cool, we're both starting basically at turn 1 again.
Yeah.
You gave me another Shokin Prince. I drew another Shokin Prince. Get through that.
That's funny. That's funny.
Dang.
But like, other than that, like there weren't like too many outstanding things. I only remember my matches. My matches took a little longer than everybody else's, except for Travis's. But it's Jetta, so I don't really like paying attention to that.
That's fair. Do you want to jump into singles? Like, we don't have anything else to say about teams getting a person there.
I don't know.
Tell me about singles, Michael. You guys have a conversation. I want you to tell me about singles. I got to see a singular match. I got to see Jeremy Ray's deck all fucking day.
You got to see me lose.
I got to see you lose like a baddie.
Oh
man, he's playing a breaker deck. Let me pick up four tags.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do that. That seems like fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I could just go through like my entire day.
Yeah.
So I played Tyro Scout. Shoutouts. Round 1, he was playing Kuwabara.
Tyro's a cool guy.
I got 2-0'd. It was sad. I like opened my combo because I was playing Air Torn. So I opened my combo. I play a Bar Guy's Fang, and he taps out to play a stop. Checks well to play the stop. Taps my character, and it was just enough to where I couldn't spit out enough damage to kill him. So I passed after building like 2. And then he goes like air ground smash, spirit sword slash, pick up the air ground smash, play air ground smash. And I was like, oh, okay, so I'm just dead.
Sounds like it.
And then game 2, just like didn't see any orange cards, and I just got steamrolled by airground smashes. Then my second match, hold on.
Oh, he's got the notes.
My notes are in my room. I'm upset now.
Do you want to go grab them?
Oh, I remember my matches. I might not remember the names, but I remember the matches.
Let's see.
I'm
That's
loving
not
this.
true. I'm
This
already
is
forgetting.
right.
All right, so round 2, I played against Brendan. Not Brandon. Brendan. He was playing Slinko.
Slowly
Shout
get
outs.
my things.
See ya. Go.
So game 1, he wins the die roll, builds like 3. I build 3 2 diffs, fail my 4th 2 diff, and then he goes spirit gun, moon dance, and like builds a Keiko's Aid. So he has like 2 Keiko's Aid and Spirit Sword, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm on 1 foundation. I draw my hand, and I have like 5 attacks, foundation, and action. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna scoop this game. We'll just go to the next game. The next game, I build like an Evil Eye, 2 Ageless, and a Finding What Was Lost. And I just kind of steamrolled him just because I was able to cancel any like foundation destruction. I was able to cancel Selinka. I was able to cancel Spirit Gun. And then the third game, he built like 2 on his first turn, passed. So I was like, okay, he has a Moon Dance and a Tagore Brothers in his hand. That's why he kept it. And so I built 4 or 5 on my turn. He plays a Moon Dance. I tap out to block it so he can't build a character. And then on my turn, I play a Bargai's Fang. He prevents me from buffing up the speed because he had enough DR. I think he had like 2 TK Masteries or something.
Yeah.
And then he blocks, plays a reversal into a Dispelling Horn, uses Selinka on the Dispelling Horn. I was like, okay, that's fine. Swings at me. I try to block on an 8. I check an attack. So I take the damage. Neither of us realized that his attack did damage and it wasn't blocked. So Selinka was supposed to destroy one of my 3 foundations. Well, both of us forgot. So I played a Fog Blanket.
I remember this match.
Checked my Fog Blanket. I paid 2 life to clear it. Drew my card. Then I used my character, put in for 4 damage, made him flip a foundation.
Yeah.
And then I used Evil Eye cost to remove my character from play to try and draw a card. And he goes Tagore Brothers on a 3, checks a 2, and he only has his character ready. So I flip Cage Fighter to make sure that the Tagore Brothers doesn't pass. And then I drew a card because my card resolved.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Wait, what'd you blow up off Selinka?" And I was like, I didn't blow up anything off of Selinka. Oh, you were supposed to blow one up off of Selinka. And I was like, right. And he's like, well, look, it's like mandatory. Like you have to do it. And I was like, right. I totally understand. I've drawn 2 cards and I've played a card since then. Judge. So then Ryan comes over. Shout outs or whatnot.
Shout outs or whatever.
Shout outs.
Fuck you,
Shout
Ryan.
outs
man.
for fucking me up.
So we tell him the situation, and the look on his face, it's absolutely priceless. I cannot describe
like
it. It was
dumbfounded,
something
just
like
like-
this, just like and he's like, all right, let me check the rules real quick. I'm pretty sure you both get a game loss. So he
Double
checks.
game loss!
So he like checks in the rules. Yep, you both get a game loss. So I was that was game 3 that happened. So
Yeah.
it was a tie. So I was.
Wait, you don't go to game 4?
Nope.
That's only for tops.
Oh,
Because
okay.
tops
Because
has
someone
to have
has
a
to
winner.
win. Yep.
Wow.
So-
Swiss, you don't.
So
Okay.
I was 0-1-1. Then round 3, I played against Noah
Oh,
Minor.
pause. Can you do your first 2 rounds? I actually think like
All right,
going
sweet,
tandem is actually
sweet.
a little more
Round
interesting.
1, I played against Daniel Tyler.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Despite the fact that our lives were really close, I didn't feel like game 1 was actually that close. I felt like I had most of the control, but that's whatever. Game 2 was a lot closer than I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Because I didn't draw I didn't mill any attacks
How
or have
was
any other options.
how was the seal on Lilith? Was that relevant
that? Didn't
at all?
bother me at all.
No.
No. But I also played 3 stop at the main, and then stopping and then just swinging my attack is just really nice.
Yeah.
Which was the rough part about game 2, where I didn't see attacks. Had nice, cool cards to play. Big Cyclones are really good versus Lilith.
Big Cyclones was super good versus Lilith.
That
Block
saved
this
my
thing.
life.
See your character.
Stopping Big Cyclone won me games. And then she tried to kill me and just kind of whiffed, and I threw my Big Cyclone To which, after commanding her character, I went, oh, she thought she had enough, and I just went, voice from the abyss, seal everything.
Yeah.
Play attacks.
Yeah.
Win the game.
And that got pretty good.
Round 2 was versus Chris Bromley. Shout outs to him for being a real sport about how much I fucked him on game 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was he playing?
Quan Chi.
Okay.
So game 1, he beamed me. I went from 40 to 14 in one attack.
Let's go, Chris.
Allurophobia was pretty nuts. I was telling you about this because he like used a bunch of damage, did a bunch of cool stuff, removed a Mitsurugi, made me discard, and then when he played the Allurophobia, he used the Akuma card to make me discard.
That's right.
Dropped my entire hand.
That's sick.
And then beat me for 26 with Allurophobia, and then hit me for like it looks like 9 more, which I think was a the Quan Chi attack, not I think it's Skull. Yeah, it gets
Skull.
Like 4 damage.
Skull,
Yeah.
I heard his whole deck was just, hey, I want to gain 60 life on this attack.
Yeah.
Cool. Is your book breaking?
No, there's just something in the back. I just don't know what it is.
Oh, a mystery.
Then game 2, he did kind of the same thing where he attacked me. He knocked me down to 7 on turn 1. It looks like, right? Nope. Wait, sorry, that's his life. He knocked me down to 34. He hit me with 1 attack, did some building, and then on my turn, I proceeded to draw a missile launcher, and Dark Cherry Tony was tapped out because he checked really bad. He checked really bad. And I just went, missile launcher, stun 2, 4 damage, 4 speed, hit you for 10. Cool. Dark Cherry Toe, 4 damage, checks a 3, he can't pass it, hit him for 20 on 2 attacks, and went, cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seems pretty okay. Tell me about round 3.
So yeah, at this point I'm 0-1-1. Yeah, 1 loss, 1 tie. So round 3 I played against Noah Minor. Shout outs. He was playing Baytana, aka Katana, under Evil. We had a pretty back and forth match for the most part. I have it. Let's see which side. It's this one right here. So he. It was super grindy. I was at 4 life and he was at 1. He played 2 Princess Parries on me game 1. And I was like, that's fine. I'll play this ace maneuvers. He cleared it. Okay, I'll play this other ace maneuvers. After he used double Princess Parry, I was like, all right, you just increased my card pool clear count by 2. Super, super rad. So I took that. And then the second game was super, super grindy. I got him to 10 and he got me to 4. And then I was at 8. He played the Katana card that burns for each card. Called type in my hand. He called like Foundation. I like burned for 4, and then whiffed my block. He beat me, and then game 3, he checked a 1 on his first turn. And so I kind of just outbuilt him and played 3 Fog Blanket, 2 Ace Maneuvers. And I just kind of killed him.
Everybody.
Yeah. So I was 1-1-1. And then I played after the lunch break. Shout-outs to Burger King for giving me my money back after messing up my chicken sandwiches for the 4th time.
Wow.
Yeah. 4 separate occasions, but, it's fine. So after the lunch, I played against Travis. Shout-outs to you, Travis. Sorry, I had to do you dirty. Spoilers. He was playing Selinka 2.
Yeah.
So it was pretty close, I guess, for the most part. I ended the game with 14 life, and he ended the game with 0 life. I just won the die roll, saw my combo pieces. I think it was the same as the Selinka 2 player that I played earlier in the day. I opened an Evil Eye, double Ageless, and I was like, okay, well, you can't Tagoro Brothers me, and you can't Spirit Gun me. So what does your deck actually do?
Yeah.
And that's what I realized after playing against Brendan. If you can't Tagoro Brothers me and you can't Spirit Gun me, all you have is Moon Dance, and that's fine. Whatever.
It's okay. Selinka also doesn't work.
You can play a million Moon Dances. That's fine with me.
Cancel Selinka with that card too.
Well, I know.
What card?
Ageless.
With Ageless, yeah, because it destroys the foundation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The second game, man, I just got steamrolled. I actually just didn't do any damage to him. He had literally all the defensive pieces. He saw Kieran Zold, double Spirit Sword, Karma, literally everything he wanted, and then he saw the Spirit Guns, and he kept me debuilt. And then game 3, it was actually really sad. I felt bad for Travis because I opened like double Evil Eye, Prideful, Ageless, and a Hell's Reach, and then he built 2, and then on the third one checked a Moon Danced, and I just went Bargeist, Fog Blanket, Ace Maneuvers, and he was
that
dead.
kills everybody. That kills 100% of characters.
Yep. And so yeah, 2-on-1 after that.
Round 3, I played against Nick Birch. Shouts Nick.
Yeah, I saw this one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You saw me lose.
Yeah.
First 2 games were a little back and forth. They fell back and forth.
They didn't look it. Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie.
I won
You
one.
looked in total control, all the way up until the point that he built 8 foundations. As soon as he had his 8th foundation, it was just like, oh, James lost, and that's just how it went.
And then barely killed me with a 22 damage shotgun.
Barely.
Actually
barely.
I had the block and everything on half block. Took 11.
Yeah.
Died. And then I lost that one. And then I beat Barrett in round 4. He was playing Spike 1.
Was the deck cool?
I mean, it's just shotgun spirit.
Shotgun, Spike.
Yeah. It's not like it was terrible. It was just game 1, I kind of had most of the control most of the time. Game 2, he didn't see attacks all game. Or when he did, he checked them. So that one was just also easy.
Fair.
The turn he could have killed me, drew 1 shotgun. I mean, drew 1 spirit gun. It was just like, cool.
Yeah.
I won that one.
Round 6? Round 5?
Round 5, I played against Mark Tyner. Shout outs. Got my revenge from Rockford. Me and him just have like this back and forth going right now. I beat him at a PTC. He beats me at a PTC.
It's okay. We're going to have the same round 6 report.
Yeah. Back in.
That's why I wanted the conversation.
back and forth. So he was playing Quan Chi, which was actually pretty cool. We both were at 8 at the end of the first game, and I think he threw a... Man, I cannot. I think he killed me with a. I think actually he killed me with a skull. I think his like ending turn was like skull, and then he had like a spirit shotgun.
You played against Mark?
in his hand. No, I played against Mark Tyner, who was playing Quan Chi, playing skulls. And then game 2, I saw my combo. So as it normally goes, like I built to because Mark Tyner knows the matchup. So game 1, he built or he played a Hunt for Spiders, and he knew what to flip. We all know what to flip when you play against me. You flip the Evil Eye, which is also part of the reason why I don't want to play the deck anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just really annoying. I don't want to have to main a card to stop that. But anyways, so he flipped my Evil Eye, beat me. And then the second game, I opened 2 Evil Eyes and a new enhancements and an Ageless and built all of those. And he's like, okay, so I can't seal or flip the Evil Eye and win. I think I killed him through a bang. I think I just had like double Ace Maneuvers, double Fog Blanket again, and like that just kills like everybody. And then game 3 was it did not feel close, but it was close. I had
What symbol was he playing?
He was playing it under.
Was he playing shotgun?
He was playing shotgun.
So under life.
So he's playing
Life or death.
Death, but he was playing like a bunch of life cards too. He was dual symboling death life, which I thought was actually really really cool. So I had an Ace Maneuvers and a Fog Blanket in my hand with the one of Tech 7th Prism Storm that I was playing, and then I had 2 Let's Cut Loose, and then I had like 2 Foundations. So I started with one of my Ace Maneuvers.
I just want to remind you guys that this episode is brought to you by Cards Custom Build. If you like nerdy costumes or props or other nerd memorabilia, go out to Cards Custom Build out on Facebook. You can also find them on Etsy. And I've got a deal for you guys. If you mention the fact that you saw me on the podcast, this is actually my dad. And he said that he'd give any UFS crew, any UFS watchers, $5 off of their order if you come and say that you supported the show. So any of the cool costumes that you've seen, like you see up on screen right now of me as Scorpion or me as Dr. Wily, that was all made as Cards Custom Build. Plus, here's some of his other stuff that he's done. He's an incredible builder, and he takes requests. So the next major, maybe somebody wants to come dress up as a My Hero character. Reach out to Cards Custom Builds out on Facebook or Etsy, and he'd love to get back to you. So with that, back to the show. All right, everybody, sorry, the camera died for some reason, and so We hope we're gonna catch the right spot. You're in round 5.
Yeah, against Mark Tyner, game 3. So I had double Let's Cut Loose. I had Prism Storm of Torrent in my hand, an Ace Maneuvers. Actually, I think it was a Kika Show. And then I had like a Foundation, maybe 2 Foundations, or it was a Foundation and no Focus and Release. So I was like super giddy about this turn because I finally drew my one of that I teched literally like 5 minutes before I put my deck list down, which was 1 Prism Torrent. If anybody doesn't know, if that's the 7th card you play this turn. It gets played for free, no check necessary, plus 7 speed. So in my deck, it's a 14 high for 11 minimum.
Okay.
And then also builds me characters and makes my opponent flip 3 Foundations sometimes, which is also another neat aspect of that card.
Yes.
So let's get into my round 5 before we get into round 6.
Okay, well, I'm still doing my round 5.
What? How much more do you have?
Son of a bitch.
I'm talking about game 3. Calm down, Jamesathan. That's my favorite name now. I love Jamesathan. So I started like with the Ace Maneuvers, just because I was hoping he would block it, which he did. So then I ended up playing my Kika Show on a 4. But on the Ace Maneuvers, I played double Let's Cut Loose, and then I added like 2 random Foundations, flipped a Prideful Personality that I had built down to draw 2 more, drew me into 2 more Ace Maneuvers, so I had a total of 3 Ace Maneuvers, the one I had on board, and then the 2 in my hand. So I had played 3 cards. And then I played a Kika Show, gave it the 3 speed, gave it damage, so that was my 4th card. And then I played an Ace Maneuvers again. He half blocked it, and then I played Ace Maneuvers again. So I had played all 3 of my Ace Maneuvers.
Wow!
And I had essentially like tapped out at this point. That was my 6th card, and he's like, okay, so I just have to Devora, blah blah blah, DR it this much, and I live. And he was at after devouring and taking the damage, he was basically at 11.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I went, all right, Prism checks. I'll enhance, build 2 2-dots and a 1-dot.
Oh.
Respond, make you flip 3 Foundations. I'll put.
Let's go.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'll put this character in, make you flip another Foundation. I'll minus your next check to block. It's a 14 high for 11 for lethal. And yeah,
Holy crap. Holy shit!
Yeah,
that's hype as hell. Dude.
Yeah, and that is how the match ended. I ended with my sweet one of. Yeah, it was really sweet. It was really
that's
sweet.
Fucking rad, Michael.
Yeah.
My round 5.
Yep.
I played against Mitchell Samino. I think it's Samino. I definitely made an eye afterwards. Samino. He's a guy who doesn't play a lot. He very good player from what I can tell, but doesn't play enough. The last time I saw him was like at the Atlanta PTC like a year and a half ago. Is what I believe it is.
Yeah. What was he playing?
He was playing Suzaku.
Okay. Rad.
Under order.
Okay. I bet he plays that 7 diff way better than Michael.
Does. Punch and Judy into the 7 diff is pretty neat.
That is pretty good.
But like, it's not that he made a lot of play mistakes, but he made a lot of choices he probably wouldn't have made if he knew, or like made differently if he knew matchups better.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just didn't know how to fight Goro.
He doesn't look like he knew the meta.
Okay.
He just went, I like Suzaku. I'm here to play this event. Sure. Like, I'm betting just like somebody's like, hey, we're going to this event. Do you have free time? Do you want to come hang out? And he's just like, yeah, I guess I have time. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, like, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. It's like, Suzaku's cool. Then they built him a Suzaku deck. Like, it was, like, flashed out. Everything hollows can be. If like, hollows, cool and focused, stuff like that. Foils.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was really cool. Like, he had 4 Suzaku alt arts.
Alt arts? Yeah.
I wanted them.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how.
I remember you
but
talking
like,
about that.
Unfortunately for Mitchell's shoutouts, I felt like I manhandled that entire game. So
yeah.
The entire match, yeah. Also a 2-0. So outside of Nick Birch, I've actually 2-0'd everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up to this point right now.
Let's talk about round 6. I want you to have a conversation.
Let's start with a story. Let's start with a story about a guy who wants to play a neat D-tier character that no one likes out of the last set, trying to push his dreams into reality at a Rockford PTC.
Yeah.
Playing 8 hand size, Taisei with 2 life, doing really well, going into, I think, round 5 or 6 again. I think it was 5. I think it was 5.
Yeah, because you played Tyler round
6.
4.
Did I play you or Tyler first? I thought
You played Tyler first.
I played Tyler first.
Yep, and then you lost to Tyler, and then you played me.
In the impossible matchup for Tyler.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, and that's what it was so funny is because it went from an impossible matchup for you to almost impossible matchup for me. Yeah.
That was an impossible matchup for Tyler to an impossible matchup for you, and you both won.
Yeah. Yeah,
where I got trounced in like 4 turns.
Who gives a shit about the Rockford PTC? I want to hear about the Omaha PTC.
Well, we're getting there. Where I got trounced at the Rockford PTC.
Yeah,
in
the
4
match
turns.
at Rockford was literally 9 minutes. I played like 2 fog blankets and a bar guy's fang on turn 1 with no foundations.
You did on
Well,
turn
it was on
2
turn
in
0.
game 1.
Yeah.
And then on turn 0 on your turn, decided to just do it. And I went, okay.
Shut up.
If you can play 5
Shut up
tags.
right now. What did you do to him?
So he won the die roll.
Wait.
No, I won the die roll because my character was untapped.
Yep,
He literally had nothing. Okay, it was literally turn 0.
Yeah.
I go, I'll play this bar guy's thing. All right, it passes. It doesn't matter. Can't be blocked by character cards. Gauge 3. I'll send it.
I blocked it.
Blocks it. So I go, okay, fog blanket. Passes. I'll pay 2 life, draw a card. Oh, I drew a fog blanket. Sweet. Okay, I'll send it.
Blocked it.
Blocked it. Okay, so he has, I think he blocked with a demon realm on the first one, but the second one he has +1 progressive now. And I was like, well, I'm already this far. Fog blanket passes. Okay, I'll pay 2 life, draw a card. I'll send it.
Cool. Half block.
Yeah, half
Or
block.
not half block. It was
You either half blocked it or
I blocked
failed.
4 times and you played a 5th attack. That's what it was. I full blocked it again.
Oh, then I played a Kika show. That's what it was.
Then
I
you
think.
played something big and I had to face tank it.
Yeah, it was a Kika show. I put the thing in my momentum, and then I like focused and released, and then like played in ace maneuvers, and passed.
So, like,
them. Passed all of it.
I blocked the his.
And so
I blocked
you
the Kikoshi.
killed a Teisei on turn
0.
0?
Yep. And I played like literally every card in my hand.
I have a video of you bitching and moaning about I'm playing Teisei and these savages are just playing attacks on turns. I have
Here's
2
the thing,
life.
though.
Ryan Fan, why is it this character? Are you fucking me? Are you fucking me?
Wait. Here's the thing, though. I blocked 4 attacks.
Yeah.
And he killed me on the 5th one.
Yeah.
I killed him on my 2nd one.
Yeah.
He blocked 1 attack.
I get it.
Okay. So there's the story
It's
for the
not
Rockford.
fun when Tim Keefe chucks rocks at you, and Yoshimitsu gets value for attacking on
he's
turn
chucking
1.
potatoes.
You salty bitch.
He's chucking potatoes.
I am a salty bitch.
Okay,
That's
so
okay.
on to so that was the story of Rockford.
Yeah.
Now on to the story of revenge.
Unfortunately. I walk up to the pairings. James is on one side of the room. I'm on the other side of the room. We both check the pairings. Oh my
He
god.
walks over
The
to the
grin,
table.
the grin on this motherfucker's face, dude. Like seriously, it was the biggest grin I had ever seen in my life. And I'm just like, oh my god, I have to play against James. Like, I've only beat this Goro deck once. It was streamed. Sucker, we got the tapes. I got a W somewhere. That's all that matters. So game 1, let's look here because that's the
I
only
didn't touch him.
That's the only game that I'm proud of. I did 8 damage to myself, all with fog blankets.
Okay.
I didn't even write that down.
Yeah. I went from 28 to 18 to 16 to 14.
My records show that you it was a JV5, my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went from 40 to dead. I'm pretty sure it was triple fog blanket, a Kika show, a Bargeist, and a double ace maneuvers or a single ace maneuvers. And it was just
For
enough
sure,
to
he
get the
killed
job
me with
done.
an ace maneuvers.
I definitely killed him with an ace maneuvers. That's how I killed a lot of people.
Game 2 was not.
Game two was not a good game.
Neither was game 3.
Yeah, neither was game 3.
The other 2 were just total.
Tell me about game 2.
He dealt 8 damage to me at some point throughout that game. I dealt 20. I want you to know I don't remember much of these matches. Sorry, Michael. Games go so fast. There's like no information.
He went first and built like 3. It was like I think you built a show. Yeah, he built a Shokin game 2. And then
And you just had to sit.
It was a Shokin. Then you built the Chun-Li 3 diff, and then you built
I built a lot of
Solemn Exorcism, and then I didn't see Evil Eye. Or no, it was either I didn't see Evil Eye or I didn't see enough orange cards, and then you were just like, I'll chip you on this turn. I'll pass. I drew my hand. Was not nearly enough to kill you. I smacked you for 8, and then you drew your hand and you picked up a Shokin Prince, a Pile Driver, I think like a missile launcher, and then like a stop. And then that was just enough to kill me.
Yeah.
I didn't have the blocks. I think I probably like even checked poor, but like just the 8 guaranteed damage from the throws is definitely like what got me.
Yeah, that's how I melt 7-handers.
The second game.
7-handers that can't deal enough damage fast enough just die.
Yeah. Because I was at 8 because you dealt 12 to me in one turn,
So
and then he picked up 2 throws.
6. So it says I dealt 10. Oh, I dealt 12. Okay, I guess I did.
You did 6, 4, 2.
So I think I played 3 throws probably. It was probably like, oh, you know what it was? I definitely played 3 throws because it was spinning pile driver. You did build an evil eye. I flipped it.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was. No, you played it on turn 1, I think.
No, I definitely would not play, or it would have been my turn 2. I will not play anything on turn 1. Unless, like, I win game 1, and I definitely didn't win game 1.
No, not turn 0.
Turn 1?
I'm talking about your turn 1.
Yeah.
You flipped my evil eye.
On turn 2? Yeah. My turn 2?
Well, sure, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go first, so, like.
Whatever.
I'm
Anyways.
0, 1, 2.
Yeah. And then the third game, I actually literally never saw an orange card.
Yeah.
I built I built for 3. I built for 3 turns, and then I was dead. I think it was like a missile launcher or a pile driver. It was a missile launcher until like swallowed Archirito, or it was like a missile launcher swallow.
I remember what it was. You built
Dark Chirito.
You built something, so I had to play Dark Chirito in the middle, and then finish with the missile launcher by using the powerful instead.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
Oh, you had I was pretty sure you had focus and release is what I think it was. So I played the.
Oh yeah, he was super scared of the focus and release to just clear something random for the minus damage.
But
that's why he played. No, that's why he played the Dark Chirito early.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was
it was like that or something else, and I was just like, well, I might as well play this now just to make sure he doesn't have anything at all.
Yeah, the no DR.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I put in work game 1. All the damage I dealt was to myself. And then I got steamrolled the next 2 games.
It's pretty nice.
And yeah, game 3,
the story of revenge.
I did not see a single orange card.
Round 7.
Protagonist prevails.
Sure, I guess I'll go first. I played against my friend, as I'd like to call him now, since we have seen each other more than once. Shout outs to Ephraim Costa. Or Costa. I believe it is Costa, though. He was playing Nightmare, and he actually topped. So Small World, we were playing for a top 16 spot in the last round.
Yeah.
He was my Worlds teammate. A random person, a random Worlds teammate.
Nice.
And yeah, he was just
You're
in
choosing
Omaha.
the right teammates now.
He drove up. I believe he is from Florida. So he drove up from Florida.
Wow.
I think he might have.
Drove up from Florida?
I believe he drove.
Oh, God.
I just registered and I was walking outside for a quick smoke break. Sorry, guys. I like to get cancer. And so I'm just walking through the mall, and all of a sudden I hear, Mike? Is that you, Mike? And I was like, oh, God. Like, all right, I haven't told you, but I actually hate the name Mike. Please do not call me Mike. Shout-outs
That's
to
everybody.
Shout-outs to literally anybody who calls me Mike because I hate that.
Cool.
But I was like, who the heck is calling me Mike? Like, most of the people
I'm
know
gonna
better.
I'm gonna go jump this person in the parking lot.
And I look, and it's him, and I was like, "Oh snap, dude! Like, what's up? Blah blah."
You can call me Mike.
He's like, "Oh yeah, what's up, dude? Blah blah." Like, I'm here for the awesome PTC, yada yada. And he's like, "Where'd you come from?" And I was like, I don't know, like 20 minutes down the road. And he's like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I live here. This is my hometown, dude. You're on my home turf."
He beat your ass on your home turf.
Shut up, James.
We beat the brakes off of you.
But yeah, so we had besides Tyrell Scott shout outs, this was my second most fun match of the day, even though I got knocked out of any contention for a top 16 spot. So he was playing
Our match wasn't fun?
He was playing Nightmare anyways. Dude, you picking up 3 throws when I'm at It Life is not fun, okay? Sorry. You flipped my mind become flames. That's what it was. Game 2.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
His out to my throats is no longer now.
I sided with a 1 card. Oh. Okay.
You main 2 cards that flip my stuff?
But so he was playing Nightmare, and he was playing the most fair Nightmare deck I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
No Boulder Barrage, no reduction, just damage. He might have played a reduction. I actually cannot remember if I saw a reduction in his list or not. But man, did he draw an Ovipositor and mill 3 Ovipositors all 3 games. He went first. He built 3 foundations. And
That's 5
then
attacks.
I built 4, and he killed me through 3 half blocks, and he just dealt 20 to me. First
he can do that.
so Nightmare Enhance milled a total of 9 cards on my 3 blocks, 7 attacks, burned me for 7, so he only had to do 13 damage, and it was just Ovipositor, 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 you're dead. Just because he was like nutso checking.
Was he drawing a card off of him?
He was not playing the Unlimited Blades, no. Nope, he just checked super well. That was one thing I was talking to him throughout the match, was he was just rolling, just straight up rolling 6s. It was actually just really, really crazy. He smoked me. I didn't do literally any damage to him. The second game, I went first. I built 3 Evil Eyes and a Prideful Personality, and I passed. And then he built 3, passed, and I proceeded to kill him. I think it was, as usual, like Bar Guy's thing, double Fog Blanket, double Ace Maneuvers. That's how I was killing a lot of people there. And then the last game, you could call it close, I guess. He ended the game with 16.
I dealt 10 damage to myself, and he killed me.
Shut up. He ended the game with 16 life. I ended the game with 2 before I went to 0 inevitably. I think he built 4 on his first turn, which was actually really surprising because he had consistently built 3. And then just a few of the games I was watching just outside of before we had played, he was only building like 2 to 3 on his first turn. So I was super scared. So I only built 3 foundations and just tried to like not die. I milled a decent amount of attacks. Man, he like every Nightmare Enhance, I guarantee burned 1. I think there was only one time, it was in game 3 where I only burned 1. Every other Nightmare Enhance did 2 or more damage.
Wow.
It was actually really, really nuts. And then
that's chaos for you, huh?
So I poked him with I had to start my combo with a Fog Blanket, I think. So I like poked him with a Fog Blanket, then I poked him with an Ace Maneuvers, and I had checked both attacks on the Fog Blanket and the Ace Maneuvers, and then I had milled so many attacks from Nightmare that I played a Prideful 2 Ace Maneuver, or not 2 Ace Maneuvers. I played a Prideful 2 Let's Cut Loose, and then 2 Evil Eye draws, and I saw literally all gray.
Wow.
Because I had milled so many attacks off of the Nightmare. So I was just like, I'll pass. I have 2 high blocks, a low block, and a mid block in my hand. Like, if you kill me past that, you kill me past that. And he went double bow flame, quadruple Ovipositor, and he had a Life Force Thread in his hand.
Just ready.
Yeah.
Just ready.
Yep. And I told him after the match, it was a really good
we're
match.
no longer friends.
But I told him after the match, he was afraid of Focus and Release actually as well. He was like, if I play the Life Force Thread and like you DR it or block it enough, you clear it, and then my next attack doesn't kill you, so then I have to play another attack, and if I check bad at all, I'm gonna lose. And he was basically playing safety 3s outside of the Ovipositors. But I showed him my hand after the game, and I was like, yeah, man, like if you played the Life Force Thread, I was actually just dead.
Yeah.
It was actually a really, really good game. I totally forgot. Game 2, I actually resolved a 7th Prism as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It was a great match. Shout outs to you, and congratulations on that top spot. I was watching and rooting for you, even though my homie Chris Nixon was playing, but I secretly wanted you to win.
Secretly. Don't tell Chris.
It'll be our little secret.
Now let's talk about the integrity of results.
Did you play against Kevin Broberg?
No. I faced against Dylan Ballman, and I fucked up the integrity of the results.
Okay.
By not IDing with everyone else, but by giving draws.
I'm confused.
I drew with Dylan Ballman. So I did technically intentionally draw, but I didn't have to.
I'm confused.
So we're going to go back to the integrity results from 2016.
Yeah.
2018. Where Dylan gave me a win because he was losing to Miles in Diversity.
Yeah.
And that one propelled me into getting second place.
Yeah.
So I helped him get into the top 16.
Hell yeah.
As he places 17th, barely making it because of Diversity.
Hell yeah. So you drew to like accidentally or purposely?
Purposely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, good job. Help another teammate.
He's the...
Kevin, is that you? Kevin, don't come downstairs and beat James up.
All right. Look now. Okay, let's be simple about this.
So he is the only other person besides Michael and Nick to take me to a game 3. If only it was a best of 5. Where we taught him how to play against Goro because he did not know how to play against Goro.
He didn't know?
No, so like we like obviously played our real match and I destroyed him 2-0. And then we were waiting on Bueno, who was behind us, who was my diversity battle.
I get it.
Who was my diversity
5 games.
Yeah.
I get it.
Who was my diversity battle. So like if I lost and then he won, it put us at the same record. So if I went 5-1 and he went, if I went 5-2 and he went 5-2, it depended on tiebreakers. And I was thinking his might be a little better because a couple of my people were dropping off.
Yep.
So like it became, if he lost, I just gave Dylan the win. He makes it in, and I make it in. We don't have to worry.
Yep.
But Bueno won, so we had to do the draw and then hope it got better, and it did. So like beat him 2-0, and we're still waiting on Bueno. So we played again and beat him 2-0. So and we're still waiting on Bueno. So it's like, well, I'm going to teach you how to play against Goro because this is a 10-0 matchup for you, my dude. Like you should not be losing to me this badly.
Was he just not flipping everything, or?
So he wasn't being aggressive enough. Chris Nixon was there too, and we were talking about it. Because now at this point we're giving hints. There was a point where we're trying to teach him how to play this matchup, and Chris is talking to him, and Fam's like, "Is this still a legal match?" And we're just like, technically yes. No coaching.
This is some scummy shit. I love it.
So
it's not like anybody else, was sitting next to me at Dallas waiting for my match to finish before they intentionally drew to get into top 8.
I mean, it's not like the other
Shane
three.
Duckworth.
It's not like the only people who I don't think ID'd that were gonna make it were tables 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like Chris Smith and Nick Birch both had to play because the division battles were right across. So like they had to. I didn't technically have to. If I just won my match, it didn't matter.
Okay.
But like I did it because this was supposed to be the start of the heel turn.
Right.
And I had to play Dylan in the 7th round, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to pause the heel turn. But so like that happened. So like integrity of results, and then we taught him how to beat Goro.
Right.
To where 1, 2. At one point it was just by the time they finished their match, it got to the point where I had 3 consecutive turns where I didn't get to play Goro. So it was like, cool, you figured it out. I don't want to finish. I don't want to play this. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at this point for me. You learned. And then he proceeded to beat Jeremy Ray in top 16.
Yeah. Do you guys want to talk about tops at all, or?
I just want to say at least one other thing. Shout outs to Jeff Hunt, who was, I believe, 5th after standings in the final round. I watched all of his matches every single time, and he was just ripping people's heads off. He played against the Birch Boys. Shout outs, beat them both.
Oh my God, the Birch Boys.
Yeah. It was actually just crazy. I was still in the tournament till the very last round, but I was Jeff's hype man the entire tournament. And then I was watching his games, and you should have went through this line of play, yada yada, in case they have this or whatnot.
Being a good teammate.
And just helping him out. And then I think he ended 5-1-1 at the end of the tournament, and then unfortunately lost to Barrett in top 16.
Yeah.
But it was his first PTC ever for this game. He's been playing Reptile for a little over a month. I want to say maybe just a month at most.
A month at most, yeah.
And he did really, really well. Me and him were talking about it, and he wants to thank Reptile a lot because he felt like not a single person was ready for the Reptile matchup.
Oh yeah, well, so everybody. Tim Keefe, I gotta do that fucking thing. Tim Keefe is a big advocate of Reptile is the best character in the game when Reptile works. I think +3 damage and rip out at your hand is there's almost nothing you can do about that when it works. The issue with Reptile is the fact that his game plan is so linear that if you find anybody who can hit a small linchpin, or if you check poorly, your entire game plan falls apart. Especially with
you're a glass cannon.
You are truly a glass cannon.
Thick glass cannon.
Yeah. The -3 damage sometimes, -6 damage sometimes, honestly just isn't enough when it comes to stuff, especially with how big our numbers are. But I have 5 attacks and 10 foundations. You actually can't do anything. We have hit critical mass as Reptile. You'll lose.
Yep.
It's just getting to that point.
Yep, and that's what happened with Barrett. Jeff had a Critty Yuga out, and Barrett just looked through his discard pile. No deadlock. all right, I'm just gonna chill in deadlock. You'll never stun me out.
Yeah.
And I'll just pass one turn, and it's not your kill turn. All right, I'll sculpt. It's still not your kill turn. I'll sculpt. It's your kill turn. I'll play my entire hand to block you. I'm not dead.
Yep.
Spirit shotgun.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that's unfortunately what happened in tops. But
Yeah, we,
Jeff was really, really proud of himself.
Moving forward with that deck, I think deadlock threats are needed. Like the best deadlock threat we have is face. I'm pretty sure. No, we're playing underwaters. We didn't even get face.
We were playing underwater.
But like Reptile has a card that says enhance commit. They discard a card at deadlock. So we easily could have been playing that out of 4 of. Cards also like speed direction. Anywho, tell me about your
We're gonna talk
top
my top 16
match, and then I want to move on. We have been doing this for 40 and 50 minutes now. I didn't even get a commercial break in here.
So I played against Kevin Good playing Yusuke. Shout out to him. He played really well. Going in, I knew what the game plan was. He has Spirit Shotgun. He's a water character. He has the symbols to play.
Yeah.
Things that pop my foundations. So the game plan was build Pursuing and build Shokin Prince.
Yeah.
Protect my foundations. Which, on turn 1, I proceeded to do both of those things. And then on turn 2, I drew 1 Swallow, like 2 other cards and two other cards in a stop that don't 2 foundations in a stop. It didn't matter. Played the Swallow, did the cool Goro things. He blocks and takes half off of a Erendite. Or no, he played Brutality. Blocks Brutality, Breaker 1s me. Breaker 3s me. To which I then played another foundation. Check bad, had to commit 1. To then I played my next one. Check bad, had to fail it.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have 4 foundations, 1 committed. Pass my turn, put the Swallow, did all the cool stuff. He plays through my Shokin Prince, goes Hunt for Spiders. Play other card. Flip 1 thing. Commit. It was like, play this.
He played Spirit Gun.
Yeah, he played Spirit. That's what it was. He played Spirit Gun. Did the thing to make me commit 2 foundations.
Mm-hmm.
Flipped the other one. Destroyed the one that wasn't there. That was committed. Then proceeded to. He did like a bunch of things that just left me at like one or 2 foundations.
Yeah.
And got rid of all of my destroy stuff, my prevent destruction stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, he played a Friends and Rivalry to tap you out, then Hunt for Spiders, flipped the
Shokin Prince,
and then
pop played Pursuing.
Yep,
that
and then played double Spirit Gun.
How did he pop the pursuing?
Spirit Gun.
Okay,
Oh wait, no,
that card
he
can't be
popped
destroyed.
No, he left him with a Pursuing.
He left me with Pursuing.
He tapped out the Pursuing.
Okay.
With the Friends and Rivalry, and then he played 2 Spirit Guns that turn.
And popped the other foundations.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, Yusuke gets to do that for free.
Yep.
So
it was actually just literally free.
that actually brings me to.
Can I talk about game 2?
Oh yeah, but I'm sorry.
Where the game ended when I tried to play a 3 and I checked a 2 after taking multiple 2s out of my deck.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, the game was over by that point.
Yeah, I saw him check the big Cyclone, and I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
I sided big Cyclone because I was like, okay, this'll stop his damage once per turn, hopefully.
Yeah.
Please don't Spirit Shotgun me.
Yeah, the Spirit Shotgun that
Just
stops
like
that.
I'm gonna block 1 thing and that's 2 damage every attack. That's hopefully enough to let me live.
Yeah.
If it's soft Spirit
That's
Gun,
a smart play. That's a smart play.
That's whatever.
I
I like swap 2s for other 2s, took out other 2s.
So we are creeping up on an hour, and so I want to like wrap up the Omaha PTC. But my big question is why didn't you win, and why didn't your character win this event? This is the largest PTC we've had in Jasco history. Why do you feel Michael wasn't good enough? Why do you feel James wasn't good enough? Why wasn't Goro good enough? Why wasn't Torn good enough? In your opinions.
So my losses were to James, Efren playing Nightmare shoutouts, and then Terrell Scott playing Kubara shoutouts. I literally had 0 Kubara practice because someone said they were going to build Kubara here. They never did it. Someone else said that they were going to build Kubara. They never did it. And honestly, I just wasn't worried. I was like, he's a 5-hander, puts my damage to printed. Like I'm maining a stop. I'm citing 2 other stops. I'm citing 2 bangs. Like I think I can realistically like get through it, and like I'm gonna try and stun him out so he'll have to commit his character to put my attack back to printed.
Yeah.
And I just got steamrolled by Airground Smash. That's a really hard card to block.
Yeah.
When my best high block is focus and release, and I'm still checking a 7.
And speed resets do nothing because it's a base 6.
Yeah.
So like Evil Eye doesn't even have a second ability.
I just got blown out by Airground Smashes. honestly, I don't really have like a game plan against that. I was playing to the second Saintly Beast, so I did have minus speed. I got stopped game 1. Sided in my familiar faces to prevent the stop, but I just got steamrolled the second game there. And then I tied with Brendan. We were in game 3, and I had double ace maneuvers in my hand, and so I could have, when we got that tie, if I had played it correctly, I could have blown up my new enhancements, because I had like an Evil Eye and new enhancements and a cage fighter.
Yeah.
So I could have blew up the new enhancements and had the Evil Eye and the cage fighter, and I could have easily still won that game because I had 2 other ace maneuvers in my hands.
Yeah.
But both me and Brendan just super messed up to get the tie. But the worst case scenario was if I check bad, then I'm dead. So like, I guess I'll take a tie out of that.
Yeah.
And then I won my next 3, and then I played against James. And for whatever reason, it seems like everybody here at the house just has to play everybody. Because like I played Travis, then me and Travis sat next to each other like almost every single round. And then I played
Tyler and
then
Travis for a while,
then I played against James, and I added an extra attack into my deck, so I was playing 18. I was playing 18 attacks in my 56 card deck.
I was playing 18 attacks.
He's playing 56 cards because he gets to grab 3 from his deck at the beginning of the turn.
Yeah, so my deck was 60, including my starting character, and then my character says I get a fetch for 3 characters. So ideally, my deck is 56 cards.
When he draws his opening hand,
I actually just didn't see like any orange cards against James game 3, and I know for a fact that if I would put more orange cards in my deck would actually just be poor.
Yeah.
And then playing against Ephraim, it was just really rough. He, like I said, I milled 7 attacks off of Nightmare in 1 turn, burned 7, and he just killed me past that. And like my deck has an abundance of like mid blocks, and it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Mid blocking the Ovipositors forever, because I always had a block for the Ovipositors, but it just wasn't enough. And like the Nightmare was always doing 1 to 3 damage every single time he enhanced, and it was super bad. Like I think I maybe whiffed once off the mill 3, but literally every other time, like I was burning 1, 2, or 3.
So I didn't Michael win. Like understand what? So my question is we have nationals coming up in 2 weeks. Neither me or you get to go. You maybe get to go asterisks, right?
Yeah.
We've got to figure that out.
Don't worry.
What did you learn from the Omaha PTC?
That I don't want to play this deck anymore.
The combo is just not worth it, or
it's not worth it, especially because like life and death have just like been revamped thanks to this set. There's just people who are playing decks that focus on Spirit Gun, and Tagore Brothers, and if you take that away from their deck, they actually just cannot beat you. And I found that out against both my Solinka matchups. I just feel like it's going to be death is going to be a prevalent enough symbol, and life is just a prevalent enough symbol to where like my Evil Eyes are going to get flipped, my foundations are going to get destroyed, and like that's why I quit playing Magic, is because of land destruction, and like it's just so infuriating. Like I wasted an entire turn, right? And like you're printing these cards that just like literally waste my entire turn. Yeah, sure, like there are counters, but I play 4 Ageless. I play 4 Ageless and Wise, and there's matches where I just don't see them, right? And there's like not much I can do. My deck's at 56. Like I'm playing Let's Cut Loose. Like there's only so much I can do to see it. And like I just feel like me as a personality, we'll throw that out there. I just feel like I'm known for this deck, and so like what Mark Tyner did against me, even though I won that match, what he did against me game 1 was I'll shut down your Evil Eye. You're not going to combo me. You have to kill me a different way this turn. And I think every deck that is playing a stop symbol plays stop, and I do not want to main familiar faces. I think that is a side deck exclusive card because I do not want to play 3s. I want to build as many as I can on turn 1. I was playing the 1 Tijuana Groceries, and honestly, it did not come up at all, and I wish I didn't even play it.
Wish it was like another Ageless Wise, or
honestly, if anybody from Jasco is listening, you can cover your ears for this. I almost thought about walking in with 6 Ageless and Wise in my deck and just hope that I never got caught until the final round. Like, I know that's like so like super super terrible to like think about it, but like I already knew that like a billion people were gonna be playing Spirit Gun.
Yeah, Spirit Gun, Toguro Brothers, like Death has so much foundation destruction right now.
Yep.
And it's the reason
it's appealing to a lot of people right now.
The reason I want to play Jeddah.
Yeah,
it is honestly. Oh man, it's turn 2 and I'm at deadlock and you have 1 foundation. Would you play the game? Why do you have 6 momentum and 1 foundation, idiot?
Yeah, this asshole's not coming with us anymore.
And the
cool bar. Grandfather now.
Will you
no.
The cool bar matchup was actually. Just a little silly. Like I said, the first game I could have. But you don't think it wasn't for stop.
You don't think you messed up anything? You think that the deck just failed you?
I think I have. I'm not trying to toot my own horn.
I'm asking you to toot your own horn.
Okay.
I'm asking you to tell me whether you're great or you suck.
I think I was good enough to pilot my deck to win the tournament. Mm-hmm. I think that so many people were playing cards that are just good against my deck to where my deck wasn't good enough.
Perfect.
I think it was my deck, not the player for the event. Even though I ended up getting 22nd or whatever random number there.
That's not 16th.
Yeah, right. It still sucks, but at the end of the day, I was proud with how my deck did, with how the matchups unfolded. I got blown out by Airground Smashes and I got blown out by a Nightmare. I'm fine with my loss to James because that is a hard matchup. He has literally doubled my life total and he picks up three throws and kills me.
And he's actually practiced with this deck. Honestly, a lot of the times that he goes, he'll go and he'll make the deck. He will make a deck. We went to the Arkansas PTC, right? Is that the one that I won? When did I win?
Yeah, that's the one you won.
Yeah, I won the Arkansas PTC, and he goes. We stop at the hotel. We get done driving at fucking 3 or 4 in the morning. Nobody's gone to sleep yet. We're gonna take a small nap, and he goes, "Actually, guys, I didn't bring a deck with me. I have to make. We brought the cards. I have to make a deck. I don't know what to play." And we're like, "James, registration's in 6 hours, man. What the fuck?" And he goes, "I'll just make Scorpion." He Swiss champed the event.
Hey,
but he practiced with his
lost
deck.
in top 8.
Damn right he did. But he practiced with this deck,
decks,
and it was just. I knew James was going to do very, very well, and it showed. He got third after Swiss, and I'm super proud of you.
Boring day
and
I've ever had.
And the only reason that you lost is that you checked 2s, and
it's one of my bad matchups.
The D build, which is
that
I
was one of the
heard
things I was going to talk about.
somebody say that. And the reason that this spawned is I heard somebody say that Goro is actually not playable currently. Not for singles.
I don't think that's true.
D build is too prevalent to Goro Brothers and Spirit Gun and Moonset and don't fight Killick. If you fight Killick, you'll auto lose. Which is just not a thing that you should say, right?
I don't think I ought to lose. Killick's an odd matchup. I won my Killick matchup in teams. Killick's not a terrible matchup.
Who was playing Killick, if I can ask?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
I guess that's important. No offense to you. You're not Jeremy Ray.
The problem is with Killick is you win if you get Shokin Prince and Pursuing. This is dependent upon all the matchups.
Apparently not.
Yeah, thanks.
It's okay. That's what we thought too when he opened that. I was like, "Oh, sweet, he won't resolve a Spirit Gun."
I win.
Hunt.
Oh, he did 2? He resolved 2 of them? That's double the number we thought he was going to resolve.
He literally just had the I opened the perfect hand to stop his turn, and he opened and built the perfect hand to counter my counters.
Yes.
It happens.
And that's the death symbol right now.
Yeah.
So why didn't Goro win? Why didn't James win?
Goro didn't win because I ran into my bad matchup. And
in top 16.
And he had the outs to all of my counters.
Okay.
I drew my counters and he had the outs to him. That just happens. If he doesn't draw the hunt, I think I'd live that turn. I think I have a chance in that game. Just a chance. A sliver, because he still did play 2 of them.
Yeah.
But I get to keep 2 of my foundations and they still can't be destroyed. So it gives me a lot of options. And I would have kept the Pursuing, so I get another foundation back. There's an entire thing about it.
It's a whole rigmarole.
Yeah. And then the only other match I lost was to Nick, and that one was to me back and forth. I think I played that perfectly well. The Spirit Shotgun just does 22, did 11 on a half block. I had the perfect block for it and everything. That kills me. I can't do anything about it.
We have the VODs if you want to go back and watch your match.
Oh, fuck no.
Okay.
That match was just rough because, like you said, I was making a couple of play mistakes. So, here's the thing. The idea behind the heel turn was just be aggro because I just play a bunch of defensive decks anyways.
Yeah.
Defensive is who I am, so I built an aggro deck that on turn 2 and 3 is just gonna put some hands on you.
Yeah.
So when I shouldn't do that, I haven't been playtesting for that.
Right.
I've been playtesting for bopping some kids, and
Bopping.
so when bopping didn't work in the first 2 games, game 3 I thought let's bop harder.
Let's bop harder. Yep. Let's grab 4 attacks, including a 5 diff that we're gonna play first.
Well, yeah.
Ugh.
So the game plan worked if
Except
I
for-
didn't check that off the breaker.
Breaker 2 and commit a card. Oh, I've lost.
I was fine if I didn't check that afterwards.
Last question of the night. What's next and why?
I'm gonna win Nats with Asmov
With
Katarina.
Asmov Katarina? You've locked it in?
Yeah, I'm locking it right now.
We got 2 weeks. Okay.
I get to play 4 Ageless and 4 Pursuing.
True. It's true.
I'm just playing 4 and 4.
It's true. And you get to play the best foundation in the game.
Red Eye Capsule.
I was gonna say passing the torch. I think the card is actually disgusting,
If I was gonna say anything, it
especially
actually would've been
in
Voice of
Asmov
Reason.
Katarina. Enhance commit. I'll draw a card. Ah, shit! I need to draw another card. I'll remove
Already
this
it.
one from my discard pile. I'll ready it.
I think Voice of Reason's the better card for her.
Voice of Reason.
We'll both discard draw.
Oh yeah.
I'll get rid of a bad card, draw a good card.
Yeah.
I'll remove that
card-
one.
That card's just good, like in a lot of
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, but I
decks.
get to abuse it with Red Eye Capsules. We're back to doing drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Remember, kids.
What's next and why?
Winners do drugs.
I'm gonna mess around with the all Mike Hardiman list.
And all Mike.
And all Mike. Yeah, it's not all might. All Mike.
And all Mike.
Hilarious.
I'm gonna mess around with that. But I think I'm back to the spot I was a couple months ago, where I just don't really know what I want to play.
Okay.
I love my child, but I have to give my child away because
You have to kick it to the
it's
curb.
just not like good. Like it's just not good enough for the meta right now. Like
I
I
agree.
can play my heart out and I could still lose every game.
Yeah. I mean, and that is your combo deck is a little too fragile, right?
Yep.
And that's one good block and it's over.
Yeah. One stop and it's over, depending on the matchup.
So with that, thank you very much for watching the show. We ran a little long on the Omaha PTC than I wanted to. I had 2 more topics written down that I came up with.
Sorry.
We'll save them for next time. That's
What
that's
were they?
still
What
fun.
were they?
How do you decide your tech choices? And I guess we did cover why didn't you win and what's next.
Yeah.
So
So
next week you can look
tech
forward to
choices.
deciding your tech choices because I want to talk about your 7th Prism decision right
Okay.
at the very end.
Sweet.
And
you
like
made that last second too.
I know. And it paid out for 2 games. So with that, if you like the content, please go out to patreon.com/TCG University. Sub at any of the levels. Like I said at the very beginning, if you don't have any bucks, that's totally fine. Check us out on YouTube. We've got some really fun stuff coming down the pipeline. So from all of us here at TCGU, stay learned.
Given.
Ben learned.
We'll see you later.
Have a great day.